College News, brought to you by the Murray State News.
Welcome to the College News. My name is Gage Simpson. We start with breaking news today of a shooting just outside of campus. Murray police responded to a shots fired call Tuesday morning at a house next to Elizabeth Residential College. The campus was placed under lockdown until 8:22 when an all-clear message was given. Murray police later confirmed there was a shooting at the 1500 block of Chestnut Street and are actively investigating in the area. Stay tuned to the news social media pages and our website as we continue to update the community on the story and more information becomes available. This week's COVID-19 numbers are very low, with only one student testing positive. There has been 82 COVID cases in total since January. Murray State plans to hold graduation in person this May. They will celebrate the classes of 2020 and 2021 for their academic achievements. Gage Johnson, a senior, looks forward to the opportunity of an in-person graduation, but also knows there's a chance it might not happen.
Well, obviously, I'm really excited about the opportunity for there to be an in-person graduation, especially after working all this years. It'd be really nice to be able to have family and friends, to some capacity, be able to see me walk across the stage and get my diploma and everything. But I also know that due to COVID and the pandemic that we've been dealing with forever now, that it might not be a possibility due for safety reasons. So whatever Murray State is able to do, I really hope that they can make it in person, but I don't know how possible that is. So hopefully it will happen, and we'll just kind of have to see how everything evolves with the vaccine and everything.
Murray State University Office of Development is now hiring. This position is a great way for students to connect with the alumni and the university and create long-lasting relationships. They are looking for students with great communication skills. For any student that is interested or has questions, please email msu.racerfon@murraystate.edu. If you're struggling with classes this semester, Murray State Student Affairs Office is here to help. They reach out to students throughout the year to help them with classes or personal issues. Peggy Whaley, a director at the Student Affairs Office, says the office wants to help students succeed.
So when they're struggling with something, we want them to ask for help, ask our office for help, and then we get them connected with the resources on campus. There are many, many resources on campus, both academic and personal resources, counseling services that we want to get students connected to.
The Student Affairs Office encourages students to get involved in campus programs like residential college programs and intramural sports. Students who do need help can reach the Student Affairs Office via the integrated Starfish system. Starfish allows students to get in touch with someone who can provide them personalized help. During this pandemic, Student Affairs Office has also worked on student mental health.
We're really focusing a lot of our efforts on mental health, mental well-being. We want students to not only be physically well, but also mentally well.
In this week's feature story, Mason Galemore takes a look at how Murray State Alliance will be celebrating LGBTQ Pride in March. Events include trivia night, art, and LGBT media representation. For more information about the events being hosted, log on to murraystate.edu and search LGBT programming in the search bar. You can check out that story and more at www.thenews.org and in the printed edition of the Murray State News. Calling all students, Murray State is looking for Great Beginnings ambassadors to help welcome the newest class of racers to campus. GBAs will help incoming freshmen move in and welcome them to campus. This will be a great opportunity to develop leadership skills and will let you share your love for Murray State. Applications close on March 18th. For more information, head to murraystate.edu/GBL. With spring break being canceled, we at the News went out on the streets to ask students how they feel about it.
It's kind of disappointing. I think students deserve, a mental break for sure, but also just time away from school. I get it that it's hard, but I do miss it. So.
Oh, it's really stupid. It's a really bad idea. I understand the mentality, but it doesn't really make sense because the idea is you're not supposed to go back, and you're not supposed to spread the virus, right? But giving one day in the middle of a week at random doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's almost insulting.
In all honesty, I don't do anything over spring break anyway besides go home to Hopkinsville, so I don't mind not having a spring break. I guess the week off is nice, but I'm pretty sure we still get the same number of instructional hours or whatever. So I'm just looking forward to summer.
Honestly, I would have liked having a break. I would have liked having just the mental break of having a spring break, but I also like the fact that we're getting out the week earlier. To me, I just would have liked to have that time in between classes to actually have a break between midterms and finals and not have everything back to back for the semester.
I guess a little frustrated. I would like to have a break at some point rather than kind of just having one day off here and there.
I kind of see why they did it. Kind of sad I couldn't go home to say hi to the family, but I can understand why they did it.
I would say that it's a good idea because it's keeping students on campus safe, not bringing any possibility of COVID onto campus. But I will say I'm really tired because we're constantly going. So I would say that it's a good idea, but I think maybe a couple more break days would be nice as well. So
The past week has been amazing for Racer athletics, with football earning a national ranking and softball returning home after almost 2 years. Joey Reynolds has this week's Racer rundown.
The Dean Hood era is alive and well as Murray State football heads to Tennessee Tech to try and keep their undefeated season alive. The Racers came out swinging with fire on both sides of the ball. They would pull away to 21-10 at the half. The Golden Eagles would fight back, taking a 1-point lead in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough. The Racers responded with a touchdown that would give them the win, keeping them undefeated. This game gives the Racers their first 3-win start to the season since 1998, and their first national ranking, number 25 in the FCS, since 2011. Murray State softball had their first home game in 685 days last weekend. They dominated Game 1, winning 10-1, and had a big start to Game 2, scoring 5 runs in the first 5 hits. They would go on to win that game 7-3, and EKU would take Game 3 of the series 4-1. Baseball was on the road at Eastern Illinois Saturday. They would lose the first game 14-10, but Game 2 would be a big one. A new team record for most home runs in the game, with 6 players sending 7 balls over the fence. The Racers would go on to win 15-5. Here's some more scores from the week. The Racer volleyball team, led by some great blocking, bested Eastern Illinois Monday. They won 3-1. As we're recording this right now, women's soccer is playing against Austin Peay. In the 20th minute, it is still 0-0. Earlier in the week, they beat Belmont, winning 3-1. Women's tennis wrapped up their non-conference schedule Sunday, beating WKU 4-3. The men's golf team finished 5th at the Bobby Nicholas Intercollegiate, also on Sunday. And Allison Henry and Matthias Kiru finished off their rifle season at the NCAA Championships at Ohio State. Big congratulations to both of them. Here's what's next for the Racer teams. On Friday, baseball will host Jacksonville State at home, while women's soccer faces them away. Women's track heads to SIU, and women's golf will be at South Alabama. It's all OVC action at home from there. Softball hosts Jacksonville State Saturday and Sunday. Women's tennis will host Belmont Saturday, and the newly ranked Racer football team will face Tennessee State at Roy Stewart Stadium on Sunday. Racer volleyball will cap off the weekend with a match against Tennessee Tech. That's it for the Racers Rundown this week. As always, you can get more information at thenews.org.
That's it for this week's edition of the College News. Pick up a copy of the Murray State News on shelves tomorrow. Be sure to stay tuned to the news for an update on tonight's potential for severe weather.